Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirited Outdoors. We're fixing to do a little bow hunting. Now what I shoot in my bow, and I am shooting a black hunter. And y'all, every time that I talk about this bow in a video, I get more negative feedback. Like thumbs down, people disliking the video simply because of this black hunter bow. We used to live in an America where if it was American made, it was better. Y'all, that's simply not the case anymore. Now, yes, there are some American made products that are better. But the simple idea of because it's American made, it's better. That's not the case anymore. You have to individually check that product. Used to, if it was China made, it was inferior, it was junk. And it's still a lot of it that way. Don't misunderstand me. But this particular black hunter bow is not a bad bow, y'all. I have been shooting this bow for over a year now. And I am to where now I can consistently hit with this bow. It shoots consistent. It's just a good bow for a beginner. Now, if you're a seasoned shooter, this is not the top of the line bow. I got into archery and I wanted about $100 bow. I read reviews. Everybody suggested this one as a beginner. It or the Samick Sage. And I bought this bow because I wasn't sure that I was going to really take to traditional archery. I wanted to make a few bows, and I eventually want to hunt with a bow that I've made. I have yet to make a bow that I am just really happy with, or that shoots the arrows that I have made well. And then I'm shooting store-bought arrows right now. So this is the thing about it. This bow loves these carbon arrows. I pulled these out of my compound bow. I refletched them. Y'all, simply, I took and glued with super glue turkey feathers. Stripped them off, trimmed them, glued them on here. They shoot excellent. So, enough about that. We fixing to go bow hunting. This is what I am going to hunt with, the black hunter. I have decorated mine a little. I have customized it. I made my own string for it. So, if you want to give me a thumbs down, now's the time to go do that. Because this is the black hunter and this is what we're going to hunt with. The next thing now. I had a company contact me. This is the first time I've had anybody contact me about carrying a product. This is Tooth of the Arrow broadheads. Now I'm going to open them up. I have had them out of the pack. This is a fixed 4-blade broadhead. I have not shot them. I opened them up, looked at them. I've got some old junk broadheads that I had on these arrows because I had them in case I wanted to shoot a raccoon and they buried up a tree behind him or whatever else. Y'all, this is and I'll get you some better looks here in just a minute. I'll zoom in on them, turn the camera around and whatnot. This is a solid piece. This is not detachable blades like these are. These are some old, this is a serrated one. These other ones on these are actually TM100s, if y'all are familiar with TM1. I've had them a long time. I don't even know if you can buy them anymore. Thunderheads. But these, all of these, the blades come off of them, like out of the point. This is a 4-blade fixed deal. I like the fact that it's smaller at the top. It's not as wide. And it has 4 blades, so it's going to cut just as much or more, but not cut as wide a spot. But that wider catches more air as it flies. So if your arrow comes out of the bow like a traditional bow does, a lot of time it kicks sideways and it catches air, it's going to pull it off more than it does. With this, maybe not so much. So we're gonna put these on our bow. I will link this company. It is Tooth of the Arrow. And y'all, they seem like a solid broadhead. Now it did come, the pack comes with a wrench. I'll use it for demonstration because I'm sure they'd appreciate me showing that they thinking about safety Y'all know I ain't just huge on safety. Now, it ain't that I don't think safety's important. I don't dive off into it crazily. I don't mind getting hurt a little bit. I learned from that. But they did send you a thing right here to put on there to be safe so you don't cut your fingers. So that's 2 of them done. I'm gonna lay them right there. Y'all, we're gonna see if we can gig a deer with these things. I have got a blind set up at a spot over here. My dad, he likes to put feeders out and feed corn and such as that. So I took my Ameristep blind. You have never seen my Ameristep blind. It probably ain't been out of the attic up here. I stuck it up in the rafters for about, it's probably been up there 3 years. Ain't been touched since I was in a deer club. I'm going to make sure I got this other one tightened with this little wrench. Yeah. All right. So we good to go. Show you a little bit about what we're doing right here. Looks good, don't it? That's 3. And y'all, you see that. And then these are obvious. This is a little bit different. This is an Easton arrow. But I did the same thing. I just glued turkey feathers. Y'all, I'll show y'all how to do that because I actually have 3 more arrows up here that I have rubber flexions on. And I had glued the rubber flexions on because my compound bow's got a whisker biscuit on there and it kind of was messing them up, you know, after a lot of shooting. I'd shot it a lot. And so I put those rubber flexions on there. Well, the rubber flexions don't shoot good in traditional archery when you're shooting off the side of the bow. So anyway, this is, I want to get you a good look at what this brand, the V-Series back. Y'all, I'll get the links to this company. If you go and order your set of them, I think these broadheads were about $50 for 3. But now, y'all, they ain't nothing cheap. But they are solid, one piece. I don't know how you exactly describe it. It's the process they make it. It's like they're machined out of a solid one piece. They're not like pieced together. This is one piece of metal. I like that. I really do. So I'm going to get you a good look at these, and then we fixing to take this bow, and we're going to go set in a deer blind here pretty quick and see can we shoot us a deer. I have yet to really do some serious bow hunting this year. I am ready to gig me old nanny doe. So we're going to be setting over a corn pile. Y'all, it is very hard to be successful deer hunting with a bow, especially with traditional archery, if you don't have a way of luring them in. Now, I do know how to do all this, but the public land hunting with it is tough. If you can get in an area where there ain't other people stomping, and y'all, this public land back here behind me, the swamp I hunt in, the last couple of years, there's more and more people piling in it, and it has been tough to really hunt successfully in it because of the amount of pressure. But I still like it. But this is a little private spot that I think I can go and hunt, and we'll probably see some deer in it. So hang with me. We're going to shoot some deer, or try to, or at least set and stand for a little while. You see how that grass is all bit off right there? That's deer sign. All right, y'all, we fixing to do a little deer hunting. We got our bow. This is what we're shooting with. Fixing to get in this Ameristep blind. I was looking right here. See what deer eat all that grass off. Let's get set up, see if we can shoot us a deer. That's my Ameristep blind. I've got it pretty well hid in here too. I got my handy dandy scent cover mosquito spray. We're gonna see if it helps with mosquitoes, cause y'all, they was a mite bad walking out of here. But anyway, we're gonna sit here. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie about this. There's a feeder there not far, so it ain't like we doing no great feed about seeing them. But I brought this in case a mosquito deal didn't work. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, them old mosquitoes are rough down here in Mississippi this time of year. Number one, I brought me a book with me. I know y'all gonna laugh at me, but this is Cervantes Don Quixote. I have been trying to read this book. It's a little hard to read, but it's a good book. But that'll keep me off my phone. And we're gonna try not to just sit here and do a bunch of talking and carrying on, but I wanted y'all to see I got my bow propped up right here. I got my phone set up. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm really not gonna try to get a kill shot on camera for two reasons. Number one, YouTube don't really like it, which that don't bother me too much. They don't like me no way, I don't think. Number two is it usually costs me a deer. And I really want to kill one with this traditional archery. It's something I have never done. So that being said, we're gonna sit here till dark. It's about a little after 3 o'clock. And we've got them coming in here pretty good. So we're gonna sit here and see if we can kill us a deer. So if something changes, we'll pick y'all back up later. This is what deer hunters do when they got too much free time on their hands. Ain't I cute? I look like a big old green booger now. Y'all, this is the deer that I just shot at. We looking for something, we ain't found nothing yet. So here we are with a light on us, looking like Blair Witch and whatnot. But we did just shoot at a deer. It was very late. I talked myself out of shooting at it till I could make out horns, and then I couldn't stand it no more. So I ain't found my arrow, I ain't found no blood, I ain't found nothing. Now, it's supposed to get cold tonight. We may come back in the morning and look for it. I may look for it for a while. I may go get a dog and come back. I don't know. So anyway, we have shot at a deer. I'll let you know what happens here in a little bit. Y'all, lay some brawlers in here that ain't never stuck nobody. But I have been out here and made a couple of circles. And I have done walked up on another deer. I've got my 327 with me, but I ain't attempting to try to shoot nothing else. I did want to make sure it wasn't an injured deer laying there. And I went to where it was at. It wasn't laying down. It was up. Make sure there wasn't no blood there. But y'all, I haven't found anything. And I'm generally working my way back towards where I started. And you can tell that is somewhat difficult. All of this, y'all, was wild lettuce. See that? I mean, there was loads of it up in here. But I'm guiding myself out by the sound of the traffic in that direction. So well, y'all, we went back over there to look for the deer this morning. I checked the camera. Deer came back after I left and ate the rest of the corn. So we got a clean miss. There ain't nothing that says you missed a deer like him coming back, eating the rest of your corn. But that's a good thing, y'all. I'm glad I clean missed him. I was afraid I had injured the deer and wasn't gonna get him. Didn't find my arrow nowhere. But I tell you, the top limb of this bow right here hit the top of that Ameristep blind. So when I shot, this limb right here popped the top and ripped a hole about that long in the top of my mirror step blind. Now I don't know that had anything to do with the arrow. I probably just missed, you know, but it hit that. It was too late to shoot. So what happened? I'm sitting there. I had a doe come out behind me, and I was kind of watching her through a window over there, but I would lean up and get a look at her, but I didn't want to look at her much because I had a window that was open behind me, and I was the skylight back there. I didn't want her to see my head moving. And she never come around where I could get a shot at her, and I was, you know, wanting to shoot at her. I was meat hunting. I'm an opportunistic hunter. And then it was pretty much dark. I could barely see this buck come out. And I really didn't know it was a buck till he come out. He was eating. And I had talked myself out of shooting. I said, well, it's too late. I'm not going to try to shoot. I can't just distinctly see everything, see where my arrow goes, all that stuff. And I could see horns. And y'all, when you can see horns, that makes a big difference. So anyway, you try not to be that way, but you know, if it don't excite you, you don't really need to be doing this, no way. So I took a shot, one that I probably should have waited on, and I guess we clean missed. I never did find the arrow. I don't know what happened. So anyway, I'll show you some pictures in this, clips of the deer. We had an enjoyable time. I feel better that we cleaned Mr. Deer, so he'll come back. We'll get a shot at him again later. So y'all, I'm still happy with the Black Hunter. This is what we're gonna hunt with until I get my hickory bow made and shoot it a while and know it's gonna do what I want. If you're interested in a set of these broadheads, y'all, I really like these little broadheads. They are one piece, like I said earlier in the video, machined. It's a solid piece, and I think they're durable. I wish I could have found the one I shot so I could have seen what happened to it even after it hit the dirt or whatever. But I'll put a link in the descriptions. Go to Tooth of the Arrow through that link, and it'll help me out a little bit. They'll know that my video's working for them. And order you a set of these broadheads, y'all. It's a 4-blade. I want to make sure you get a good look at it. But anyway, order you a set of these broadheads. Now we missing one, we down to 2, so maybe we got 2 more chances to shoot at a deer with them. One more thing I wanted to talk about. My scent that I made. Obviously we had a buck come out 15 yards from us, so the scent worked. One other thing, you know, I put the beautyberry in there, or the beautyberry bush leaf. Y'all, my tent had filled up with mosquitoes. I went to spraying this, and it wasn't long, and y'all, I never did get bit, not one time. They was mosquitoes. I watched them. They flew around the outside the tent, but they never, after I started spraying it around on the walls of the tent and stuff, then I didn't even hear one the whole time I was sitting there until right at dark. They started coming back, and I sprayed it again. So you may want to make you some of this. Now, with it being made in water, I don't know how long it'll last. I'll find out. Maybe like one of you said that y'all made some in about 3 days, started smelling like diarrhea. That may be how this turns out. We'll see. But it did work. Now, it may be one of them deals where you need to dry you a bunch of those leaves and boil them in water alone. I'm wondering if I could put something like alcohol or something in there, or I hate to put vinegar because the deer are liable to smell that, but something that don't really have a smell that would preserve it. May put glycerin in it. So, and I have got some of that, so I may experiment with some of that later on. But Anyway, thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. We got to do a little bow hunting, got to see some deer on camera, and I didn't get to try to film any. I didn't even attempt to do that, but we got them on the trail cam. So anyway, thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. We'll see y'all next time. Remember, the best way to do things, the way you want to do it. We'll see y'all.